So today I am going to show you a little demonstration on how to make some really quick and easy chocolate truffles. I am a self-taught chocolatier and that's how I got into my cake business, so I've made these chocolates a lot. So if you'd like to learn how to make them, please keep watching. I'm just going to show you a really simple basic ganache recipe. So for that you need basically 2 parts chocolate to 1 part cream. So we've got 300 grams of a mixture of milk and dark chocolate. That goes into the bowl. Because of that, we're then going to put 150 grams of cream into our pan. It's really simple. All you want to do is heat up your cream so it's almost boiling, or pretty much boiling, but not crazy boiling because it will burn to the bottom of the pan. And then you're just going to chuck it over your chocolate chips. Leave it for a few seconds and then give it a mix, and it will start to combine into what is known as ganache. So you can see there's sort of bubbles starting to come to the top. Mix and pour it over the top of your chocolate. Then you want to make sure that your chocolate is completely submersed in the cream, otherwise it won't melt. And what you want to do is basically use the cream to melt the chocolate. So you're just going to leave that to sit for maybe 30 seconds. Okay, so this has been setting for about 30 seconds now, so we're going to start to mix it, and you'll see it's starting to combine the chocolate and the cream together, and it makes a really lovely glossy looking textured ganache. So I've gone for half milk and half dark chocolate in this because although I do like a dark chocolate, I think it's quite nice in a truffle because it's covered in cocoa powder to make it a little bit less intense by adding some milk chocolate as well. So that's it, that's basic ganache done. I'm just going to keep mixing this until all of the lumps are gone. If your chocolate hasn't quite melted, you can always whack it in the microwave for 5 seconds just to let all of the chocolate dissolve, melt in. But this is pretty much there, so I'm going to pop this in the fridge, and then once it's set, I'm going to start rolling my truffles. So I've left my ganache to set overnight, and I've also put on some chocolate to melt. It's about 200 grams in there in a bain-marie over some hot water, and that's now nicely melted. And when you make most chocolates, you have to do something called tempering the chocolate, but the beauty with truffles is you don't have to do that because it gets coated in cocoa powder. So I've got my ganache, I've got my chocolate, and I've got some cocoa powder here. You can also, if you want to, get some toasted coconut, or you could do some flaked almonds. That would be really nice to roll them into, but this is just a traditional truffle. So you start with the ganache, then you go into the chocolate, then into the cocoa powder, and then I've got some cute little paper cuts here, and I'm going to put my truffles into these. And it will really impress your friends, and it's actually really easy to do, to say you've made your own chocolates. Okay, so I'm going to take a teaspoon. I'm going to take a teaspoonful of ganache, like this, and then I'm going to roll it in my hands, really messy, and then I'm going to pop it into the chocolate. You want to use a fork. You can get things with chocolate in chocolate making called like dipping forks, but a normal fork will do. It just basically means that because it's got little prongs, it won't get completely clogged up. Then you want to take it out, get rid of all the excess chocolate, and then you want to put it straight into the cocoa powder and just flick it around in there. And then again, get rid of any excess. Pop it into your cake case, and then if you just leave it in there, that should set. There's a few fork marks on there, so I'm just going to get rid of those with a bit more cocoa powder. And then I'm going to repeat and fill up my little cake cases, and I'm going to have a perfect after dinner treat for my guests. My guests? Apparently I am. So I've just finished and the truffles are looking delicious. I'm going to go and have them with a cup of tea. If you make these truffles, don't forget to share them with me with the hashtag #BaconWithAlana. I can't wait to see your truffles. I'm going to go and enjoy these now. Oh, like and subscribe. Bye.